Macquarie Technology Group started as a telecom company. It was right back at the beginning of deregulation in 1992. It was the days where there was a government-owned former monopolist, and they opened the market up, and we saw the opportunity there to make a difference in a market that was massively underserved and overcharged. So I think that culture of a deregulation mindset and that culture of a challenger really moulded us as an organisation. So there was the opportunity to make a difference was substantial and very measurable.
Let me tell you a story from the time that I first joined the board 9 years ago. I said, well, David, everything is fine, but there's one thing that really worries me. You're the only person in the entire building that feels ownership for the P&L top to bottom. And we started the conversation.
You did.
About how do you maintain the innovation without holding on to the control levers? How do we transition from a centrally founder-led model into a decentralized business unit model so that fundamentally the business unit leaders themselves have responsibility for the welfare of their people and ensuring that they arrive at work motivated and ready to spring to action for the purpose of the company.
Yes.
And I think that's a pretty fundamental difference from a lot of companies that have a business unit model in their DNA.
But executing that does bring with it some challenges. I mean, there's the simple part, which is let's look at some of these functions in the centre. So the number of people who are truly centre function people are the absolute core minimum. And we actively look for ways to keep moving people out. To achieve this, we had to almost reverse the rule book. So what we did was we said everything will be devolved to the business units except for the following 8 items. That is it. This is the boundaries that you work within. It reverses the conversation. So it's not how should we empower our business units. We take the view you are empowered.
I recall, David, being a little nervous because we thought, wow, David's gone really hard at this.
Well, I was a bit nervous too. I had one bit of good advice from someone which said, David, you have to be far more tolerant to people doing things differently to you, which you may in many cases think are mistakes, and just accept the fact that in their own way, they'll find a good result, just not the way you would do it. The hard part for me was then, what do you do day to day?
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.